What if people judge you? Let's start with that. Who gives a damn, right? People will judge you. People judge everybody. It's like a hobby for some. They'll try to trap you in their little world of expectations. But here's the thing. They never even looked at the world from the outside. They're like NPCs in the game of life. They're following a script. They don't see you. You're the main character, the one who gets to choose what happens next. They're just worried about their own survival, their own little loop of survival programming. And they've been taught to shame anyone who dares step outside their programmed paths. Think of it like this. You've been handed a remote control to your life, and you're pressing play on a world of your own making, but people. They're in the cheap seats with their popcorn yelling at you to follow the script. They want you to stay in line, because if you don't, they're scared. And their fear is what's keeping them small. Your fear, it's not real. It's a mirror reflecting their insecurities back at you. That's why it hurts. But what happens if you don't step out? Let's flip the script for a second. What if you don't? You stay small. You keep your mouth shut when you should speak up. You keep your head down when you should stand tall. In a way, you're like a plant stuck in the shade, never seeing the sun. You've got all this potential, but you never bloom because you're hiding in the shadows. Why? Because you're afraid of what people will say. Let me tell you something. When you're a flower that blooms in full colour, the bees, the butterflies, the wind will come. And if you're hiding, you never get to experience the freedom of your own power. It's like you're living with one foot on the gas and the other on the brakes. Your brain is wired for survival. That's why it feels like your heart is in your throat when you step out of line. Your fight or flight instincts kick in. But what you might not realise is fear. It's a biological illusion. It's based on survival. But you're not about to be eaten by a lion. No. That fear's a ghost. And once you understand that, you can step through the fear like a fucking wall of fog. The brain, your subconscious, it works like a machine programmed to stick with the familiar. If you've been living in the same old pattern, it'll keep you there like a GPS that's constantly recalculating, even if it's taking you to the wrong direction. But here's the kicker. You get to change the map. So why are you afraid of stepping out? Think about it. Is it the judgment, the ridicule, the name calling? Hell, it's easier to stay in line, but the truth is, that fear is your ego, an outdated version of you, freaking out because it knows it's about to die. It's trying to keep you small, keep you trapped in your old patterns. And you know what happens when you stop listening to your ego's petty, whiny complaints. You evolve, you grow. You become the best version of yourself that you've been itching to be. You are never meant to stay stuck in the same box. No one's telling you to burn it all down. But you do have to build something better. You're a living, breathing, expanding force. Your soul is pulling you forward into a future way beyond the limitations of your current self. Let's be honest. You're wasting your time if you stay stuck. Every moment you spend doubting yourself, it's a moment you'll never get back. Imagine the kind of person that you could be in 5, 10, 20 years if you just started taking action now. If you stay locked in fear, then you'll never know what you could have had. That's karma in its purest sense. Every action has a ripple effect. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Your soul It's not here to wait. It's here to experience. You're meant for more than the mundane. You've got limiting beliefs. We all do. And these beliefs, they're like mental speed bumps. They slow you down. Sometimes they keep you from even getting started. So what do? We interrupt the pattern. You break the speed bump. You go around it. You drive through it. It's about being aware of when your old beliefs pop up and then laughing in the face of them. You thought I was going to play small. That's cute. And then you just keep going. You give yourself a new rule book. You train your mind to believe. You're the one who chooses, not the past conditioning. Let's look at the patterns that keep you stuck. People pleasing. The habit of doing what others want. Ignoring your own desires. Why? You're trying to fit in. When you always try to make other people happy, you end up miserable. Perfectionism. Always waiting for the right moment to act. There's no perfect time. There's only now. Self-sabotage. You procrastinate. You put things off. You self-destruct. Why? Because deep down, you think you don't deserve success. Well, guess what? You do. Fear of rejection. What if people say no? What if they laugh at you? What if they judge you? Get over it. Most of the time, those people, they aren't even watching. They're too busy worrying about their own shit. You need to break these cycles. It's like trying to run a marathon where your legs chain together. It doesn't work, right? Now let's talk about pacing and leading. You know how to do this already. You've done it 1,000 times without realizing. When you've been in conversation and you match the other person's energy to calm them down, to get them to listen to you, that's pacing and leading. You pace their fears, their doubts, their skepticism, and then, when the moment's right, you can lead them to a new belief. You do it all the time when you're trying to convince yourself to stop procrastinating. You start slowly, gently. You don't push too hard. You let the energy shift naturally. That's how you reframe your own mind, and how you can do it to others. Here's the deal. Life is short. You've got a choice. You can either stay small, afraid, and stuck in the shadows, or you can step into your power and start blazing a new path. The moment you step out, you start to take control of your reality. You start to align yourself with the life that you're always meant to live. And once you do that, people will start to notice. But first, it's got to start with you. You've got to show up for yourself. And if you do, the whole world changes. I don't want you to forget this. Let it hit you deep down. The fear. It's a joke. The judgment. A distraction. You're better than that. You're made for more. So stop waiting. Start acting. And own your fucking life.